Hey guys. Hey guys, I am Rachel, the destined one. So I've been prompted all day, or really for a few days, to talk about divine love, divine counterparts, this unpredictable, wild journey that a lot of us are on. And so, when there's divine love comes when you least expect it. And a lot of us chosen ones are going through this divine love journey. It's something that is out of this world. It's something so beautiful. It's something so freaking magical, like you've never seen before. And when my journey started a year ago, I didn't understand that I was on a journey. I didn't understand that I was on some divine love mission, divine love journey. And the thing I've learned in the past year, that you can't run from divine love. You can't hide from divine love. It does not matter if you or your divine counterpart have somebody. They're always going to be thinking of you. You're always going to be thinking of them. You're always going to love them. But there is work that has to be done. And some people have to pay back karmic debt, so they'll stay in relationships because it looks good to the outside world. It just looks good to the outside world. It's something they want to impress their friends. They want to impress their families. They want to feel like that they've been in a relationship with somebody for a long time, or whatever the case may be. A lot of us are going through that divine love, and when you first encounter divine love, it's absolutely going to blow your mind. It's absolutely going to knock you off your feet. It's going to knock you off your feet. Because at first you guys are going to be in a place of, oh, this is my friend. I met somebody that I really like. They're cool people. Not even like a dating thing. It's like, this is a cool person. I really like this person. I can't understand why I'm so drawn to this person. Then after a while, you're going to want to be with the person all the time. You're going to want to talk to them all the time. You just want to be in their space, and you're not going to understand why. And so I kept asking God, why? God, why? Why do I feel this way about this person? Why am I so drawn to this person? And I didn't understand at the beginning that I was in love with this person. I have 4 children, and I realized that I have never ever been in love. And when you realize that, it absolutely blows you away, And on this divine love journey, all of you guys, especially you divine feminines, you have to realize that you have to focus on yourself. You have to focus on stop overgiving. You have to focus on setting boundaries. And I made a video like this before, but I've been told to make another video to stop, to set boundaries or whatever, because these people will know that you love them. And they know that you love them more than anything in the world. And they take advantage of that, because that's how a lot of these divine masculines have learned how to operate. And they run from their feelings, and they know that there's no one else in the world like you. They look for you in everyone. And I'm being really, really truthful right now. They look for you in everyone. Everywhere they go, they look for somebody that's like you, but there will never be anyone that's like you, because this is divine. This is sent from God. And I kept asking God, because I said, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. But God was like, no, this is your person, And then one day I said to the person, hey, you're my person. And they don't know how to take that. And when they feel the love that you give them, they've never been loved that way. They've never been seen that way. They've never been heard that way. So this divine love journey is crazy, but it ultimately saying you come back to yourself, because especially if you're the divine feminine, divine masculine will play all in your face. They will run from you. They will hide from you. And really what they're doing is running from themselves, because from the first day you guys became activated on this spiritual journey, you guys have been intertwined spiritually into each other's DNA. And so every day I feel my person. Every day I know my person is with me. Every day I know I'm with my person. Even when I try to stop thinking about my person, or just try to just move on, just leave it alone, they decided they wanted to be wherever. Let them be wherever. And really, that's what you have to do, because even on a divine love journey, or it is also a spiritual contract. If they decide to break the spiritual contract, I believe, because I'm just learning about this stuff, I believe that somebody else will be sent in their place to do the things with you that they will not do. So for you, divine feminine, it's not your job to chase or to worry anymore, because you're doing the work, and you have to continue to do the work. And some of the divine masculines are doing the work because they love you. They want to provide for you. They can't even understand why they love you so much, why they want to provide for you, why they want to look out for you, but they do. They want everything for you. They want everything with you. But then they have to come back down to reality. They set their home with somebody else. In their heart, they still love that person, but they will never love that person the way that they love you. So you're on this divine journey. I know at the beginning it was called a dark night of the soul when this person first rejected me. I laid in the bed for 2 weeks. I would go to work. I would take care of my kids. After that, I would lay in the bed, and I was so sad. And I was so depressed. And I'm like, why am I so sad or so depressed about a person that I don't even know? And why do I feel this way about this person? Why do I feel this way? But God started showing everything and giving me the answers to everything. Divine journey. You're on the divine love journey. A lot of people call it the twin flame journey. But this journey is not for the weak or the faint at heart. And I wouldn't wish this journey on anyone, because when I say sometimes I'm just driving along, I'm like, I really love you. Or I'm in the shower, I'm like, I love you. I'm in the bed, I'm like, I really love you. And it's so strange, because it's like the love you have for them. Some of them have played in our face. They have hurt our feelings. They have ghosted us. They probably have even lied on us to save their face with their other part, with whoever they're with, you know. And the thing about the divine feminine knows so much more than people think the divine feminine knows. And so my thing as a master teacher, as a master number 33, is to share my journey with you guys and to help other people who are going through this divine love journey. And divine feminines, focus on yourself. Divine masculines, focus on yourself, grow. And I always say, what's for you will be for you. But this journey is hard, because I never loved anyone outside of my children as much as I love this person. I love this person more than the whole world. And my heart longs for the person, and I miss that person. But then I have to put all the energy back into myself, because we're going to the highest timeline. And the only way we're able to get to the highest timeline is to work on ourselves in every single way possible. Every way possible, we're working on ourselves. We're working on our body. We're working on our mind. We're working on setting boundaries. We're working on just loving ourselves. We're working on growing. And, you know, if your divine masculine cannot come to you properly and talk like an adult, then you leave them where they are. Leave them where they are, because even though it's a divine love journey, it does not mean you are allowed to be mistreated in any type of way. And they may not feel like they're mistreating you, but they are, because they don't understand their feelings. They'll mistreat you. And really, when they're mistreating you, they're mistreating themselves, because you guys are one. So it's almost like a spiritual marriage. It's almost like a spiritual marriage, because they love you so much. They feel you all the time. They want to see you, but they'll never say it. And sometimes they'll just make up little excuses or try to do what they can to get to you, but their circumstances won't let them get to you, because they committed somewhere else, and you just leave that alone. If they're not coming to you, if they're not prioritizing you, if they can't talk like an adult divine feminine, you have to leave them where they are. And they can come in, they try to breadcrumb you. Don't even go with the breadcrumb, and let them go on. Let them go on about their business. Let them see and know what they're missing. And it's not a game. It's for you and your mind and your heart, your spirit and your soul, because you're here on a divine mission, and they're supposed to be here on this divine mission with you doing the work. But a lot of times, divine masculine is scared of hell of what they feel. They never felt this before, and they feel you so deeply, and they love you so deeply, but they do not know how to deal with it. They don't know how to deal with it. And until they work through some stuff, until they vocalize how they feel, you have to leave them alone. And I don't care what you guys have to do together. It just will not be done. You keep going on your path, because I know this journey has done a number on me. There was times when I, like I said, the first time this person rejected me, I mean, it was hard, really rejected me hard. I was sleeping. I was sad, and I know they were sleeping and they were sad too, and they couldn't understand, why am I so sad about this person? I don't know this person. And this is when God showed me that I had lived many lives. And this is when the numerology opened up to me, because I'm like, who am I besides you called me a prophet, Lord? Okay, I hear that. Who am I outside of that? That's when numerology opened up to me. That's when me finding out that I'm the master teacher, master number 33. 33 just means you have lived a hard life. You have lived many lives, and you have come here to help, lead, and guide people. So I'm here to lead people. I'm here to guide people. And this is part of the leading and guiding people, because this divine journey, it's like something you've never seen. And the love, oh my God, the love that you feel, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. And it hurts so bad sometimes when I can't see my person. And I know it hurts my person when they can't see me. And I know it overwhelms them, and they have so much emotion because they been through so much stuff in their life, and they haven't been taught how to express themselves or be open and honest a lot of time about stuff. And it does not matter how old these people are. They'll talk a good game about emotions and expressing emotions, and they can't even do it. They can't do it. But they talk about it. They can't do it. So I was just called today to talk about divine love. I'm telling y'all, it's not for the weak. It's not for a week. I didn't ask for it. And a lot on this journey, a lot of you are going to learn that masculine energy can be a female. Feminine energy can be a male on this spiritual journey. And I never knew that. I just thought feminine was a woman, masculine was a man. That's what I always thought. That's what I always knew to be true, but that's a lie. And you're going to learn a lot of things about God in this hour that you did not know. And a lot of things that have been twisted, that have been turned. A lot of people have been shamed for loving who they love because humans told you that it was wrong. And on this journey, a lot of people are about to learn so much more about God and who God is and how God operates. So this divine love journey is so beautiful. If you ever get to come into union with your divine counterpart, because let me tell you something, when me and my person are in the same room, the energy that we let off together, and when my person sees me, I see the love, and I see the joy, and I see the happiest that I've ever seen them. They're so happy to be there with me, and I'm happy to be there with them. I've never been so happy to be close to somebody, or to be with somebody, or to just love somebody, you know. And it's hard when you can't really just love them, because it's a spiritual thing, and you guys have to fight through all of these things just to come together. Or some of us will not come together, but like I tell you, some of these spiritual contracts are meant to be broken, and other people will be sent in for you, because divine feminine, she does the work. She absolutely positively does the work. And a lot of times when divine feminine is doing the work, and divine feminine puts up those boundaries, that divine masculine has to do the work. They has to do the work, or they'll just stay in the cycles of the life that they chose, or stay with the partner that they chose, and they'll keep living miserable. Because one thing I learned about my divine masculine, they're not happy where they're at, and they pretend a lot. They pretend a whole lot, and they like to look good for the world. They like to show I work for this, I've done this, I've done that, I'm this, I'm that. But that don't mean nothing when you're on a divine journey, because all that stuff will be broken down. I told you that a lot of us are divine disruptors. Even though we don't want to disrupt anything, God sent us here to disrupt some stuff, to dismantle, to break down, and to spread love and truth. So if you're on a divine journey, I say be encouraged, because this is not for the weak. This is not for the faint at heart, because sometimes I'm just riding in the car. I'm like, I love you so much. And sometimes I blurt it out in front of my kids, and they probably like, what the hell is wrong with her? And they can't understand this. It's not for them to understand yet. Not yet. Or I'm just laying in the bed. I'm like, I just love you. Like, I love you. They've hurt my feelings so much, you know. And I just didn't want to ever see them again or talk to them again. But God put them right back in my heart. One day they texted me, and I didn't even know they texted me because my phone is messed up. But I seen God take their name and place it directly on my heart. And I'm like, what in the world? And so like an hour later, I looked at my phone and they had texted me. I didn't even know that they had texted me. So you guys be encouraged, chosen ones, because divine love is real. And it is real that some of your people can be in relationships with other people. We don't mess with that. We just leave it alone. We just let them be. We're not trying to do none of that. But this is something that God put together that you can't even understand. And you don't want to mess with anybody's marriage. You don't want to mess with anybody's relationship. You let people choose you. If they don't choose you, you choose yourself. Right now, I'm choosing myself because I have to grow. I have to elevate. I have to break these generational curses. And a lot of times, your divine counterpart is here to break curses with you. Even if they don't do it with you, they have to do it for themselves, for their bloodline, for their family. And you have to keep going. So, you guys be encouraged, chosen ones. Divine feminine, focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. You're growing. And guess what, divine feminine? If somebody else comes in and they want to love you and they want to take care of you, allow them to love you and take care of you, because you're divine masculine. If they choose to be somewhere else, you let them be wherever they want to be, and you continue to live your life. So if God sends somebody else in, your divine masculine didn't live up to the contract, and somebody else comes in, they want to love you and they want to take care of you and love you like you deserve to be loved and communicate with you like you deserve to be communicated with, then allow them to. Because I said, now, this has been a long journey, and I'm going to allow somebody to love me that really loves me. I'm going to allow somebody to take care of me that really wants to take care of me, that loves my daughters, that honors me and I honor them. So, divine love journey. I hope I helped somebody today. Keep going. It's not easy. You're going to miss them. You're going to long for them. Sometimes you're going to cry for them. Sometimes you're just not going to eat because it gets that deep. Because this type of love is not for the faint of heart. It's not for the weak. I don't know why God done it to me. God could have just left me alone the way I was. But then here comes this person like a wrecking ball. Let me tell you guys something before I get off here. So a year prior to me meeting my divine counterpart, the church I was at church at that time. We all went on a fast, and God told me to clean out one half of my closet. I cleaned out one half of my closet, and I never put anything else in there because I was being told that my person was coming. And if I would have known that my person was coming like this, I would have left my closet full and left it alone, because this is some of the most heartbreaking stuff. I know we're here to learn on this journey, but it's hard and it's heartbreaking because you love somebody so deeply. It makes you sad. You can't call them when you want to. When you're going through stuff, they're the first person you want to talk to. When you go to sleep at night, they're the last person you want to talk to. When you wake up in the morning, they're the first person that you want to see. But it's so sad that this is the craziest stuff I ever dealt with. And I never knew this stuff existed. So, as the master teacher, guys, I'm going to tell you guys to keep going. Divine feminine, focus on yourself. You have to focus on yourself because you're here on a divine journey. Divine masculine, work on yourself so hard. Just like the divine feminine. If you don't come into a divine union, that is fine. But work on yourself and become the greatest version of yourself. Even if I never come into a divine union with my divine counterpart, I want them to be so great. I want them to have the world. I want them to travel the places they want to go to. I want them to eat the food that they want to eat. I want them to be happy and be full of joy and full of peace, but be honest with themselves. Take the mask off and just live your life. All right. You guys be encouraged today. I am Rachel, the Destined One. And this was a long video. If you stayed to the end, thank you. You guys have an awesome weekend, baby.